Okay, so today's webinar is in association with the 2014 Queensland Small Business Week. I thought it was a great opportunity to talk to people about Xero and an opportunity to help small business with their bookkeeping. Bookkeeping tends to be an area that often gets neglected with small business, and I just want to show you a way that it can be a little bit easier to do. If you've got a question throughout the webinar, please just type that into your control panel and I will answer the questions throughout if it's appropriate, if I get to it, or if not, I'll take questions at the end. So do just type them in as they come to hand. So just a bit of a notice to start with. Because it's in association with a Queensland Government initiative, they have requested that I pass your email addresses on so that you can be contacted for feedback on this. Just let me know if that's not okay. Shoot me an email to life@notchabove.com.au and I won't pass that on. Otherwise, they've requested that that they get the emails for this feedback purposes only. Now, for those that don't know me, I'm Jack Gallagher. My business is Notch Above Bookkeeping. We are Xero certified experts, so we're gold partners and have been using the Xero software for approximately three and a half years now. So love Xero, live and breathe it, love the Xero ecosystem and can definitely help you out with anything Xero related. We're based in Alderley in Brisbane, but we do service clients all over Australia with the use of cloud technology and the internet and things like GoToMeeting, GoToWebinar that we're using now. We can help people out wherever they might be. So today I will cover these three main points. I'll tell you about what is Xero and why so many people are making the switch. It's got a lot of publicity at the moment. A lot of people are making that switch. So you may be here today because you have heard about it, but just want to know a little bit more about why it is becoming a very, very popular bookkeeping solution. I'll show you how cloud accounting can make your life easier, give you back those Saturday mornings, and you can get out and do something you'd rather do than being stuck issuing invoices and reconciling bank accounts. There's also a lot of talk about automatic daily bank feeds, so I'm going to talk to you about those and the security around those because there is issues with, concern about the security around those. So I'm going to talk about that as well and give you some peace of mind as far as that goes. Okay, so as we know, Xero is an online accounting software. It's simple in that there is no software to install. You just log on to the internet on any device, anytime. So you can access it from anywhere, which could be good and bad. It does encourage you to check on your accounts, I guess, when otherwise you might not be worried about it. But yeah, it's delivered by the internet, anytime, anywhere, and on any browser. It's smart in that it's intuitive and will pick up things that you've coded before, and we've put it and it will suggest to do that again, which saves an awful lot of time on the processing. But I won't talk too much about that now. I will show you. I'll show you that. And secure. Yes, it's online. It has bank, but it does have bank level security. Hosted by a company called Rackspace, and there's data servers all over the world in secure computer places, vaults, etc. So bank level security. So there's no need to do your backups. Backups are done automatically for you. Any upgrades are done when you're sleeping. So you'll wake up in the morning, you'll have an email from Xero saying, we've been online, this is what's changed, and the upgrades automatically happen. So let's jump straight into the software now. So this is just a web browser. Click on the login and you have a unique logon. So it's your own your own email address, and a password. Just log on as you would for any other online device. So it's backed up every minute to these servers that are hosted by Rackspace, so we don't need to worry about any backups. So it's just like using, I guess, any other cloud thing. You use your internet banking, you use Facebook, you use Gmail, similar sort of concepts to that. So here we are just in the demo company. Now, I'm going to take you through a day in the life of a small business owner. So when you jump into Xero, you come up with what's called the dashboard. So this is sort of an overview of your business. And every morning I do this now. I jump in, and here, instead of logging into my internet banking, I log into Xero just to see what the cash situation is, who's paid me, etc. from the day before. So these are your bank accounts here on the left-hand side. The statement balance is what's actually in your bank account. And these items here, 28 items, that's what we need to deal with to know that accounts are up to date as far as the bank reconciliation process goes. So I'll come back to that. Just want to, I guess, give you an overview of this page to start with. Your bank balance over time. Here on the right-hand side, we can bring up some accounts that we want to watch. So you might be interested in what you're spending on stationery, what you're spending on contractors. We can just bring those up here at a high level so that they're there by default. So here we're looking at sales, and we're going, okay, year-to-date sales, 32,000, month-to-date, 795. So that's just there to look at every day. Now this is money coming in, the most important part of a business. Here we can see at a glance what's overdue, and we can see the expected date that the money is going to hit the bank account, so the due dates on the invoices. So we can see this is the overdue ones here, and this is what's due in September. So again, that's a high-level overview of how much money is coming in, what's overdue, who you should chase, etc. Or if you need to chase people, we'll take that further. Here's money going out. So similar, but the other way. So I won't dwell on that straight up now because it's similar to money coming in, just opposite. So straight up at a glance, you can see your cash flow. You know what's in your bank from over here, what's coming in from here, and what's going out from here. So that's the overview of it. But let's jump into the bank reconciliation process at this point. So these are the items that we need to deal with. We've got 28 items to reconcile the account. I'll just show you a few of these to show you how the reconciliation process differs from the likes of a traditional desktop product like MyOb or QuickBooks. It's quite a different process, but once you've got your head around how that works, it's quite easy to navigate. So here on the left-hand side are the bank feeds coming in. So this comes back to the what are the automatic daily bank feeds that I said I would cover as one of my 3 questions in the beginning. Every morning the bank will push through to Xero the day before's transactions. So when you wake up, yes, the day before's transactions are in your account, the ones that have come through overnight, and they've been pushed through to Xero ready to reconcile. So that enables you to keep your bank rec right up to date. You don't have to print off your bank statement like you used to have to and enter the transactions and then tick reconcile on them all. They're just there in the system. So this here, 618,750, is money coming in from Ridgeway University. Now it's looking at Xero and saying, okay, there's a sales invoice in here for that same amount. Is that correct? And if that's correct, all we need to do to match that off is to click OK. So from the older systems, printing out the bank statements, receive money against the customer, you put in all your transactions, then you tick your bank statement, you tick your file, tick your bank statement, you tick your file until you get it to reconcile. So this is taking that process and pushing it all into the click of a button. So here is money going out on the spend side, and it's matching it to a bill within Xero. And again, all we need to do is go OK. This one from Smart Agencies is a little bit different. It's not matching to anything. So we just go, okay, is there a bill in here for Smart Agencies? So we'll find and match, type in Smart, and it's a payment for 2 invoices. So we tick those and click OK. And that's the receive money and bank reconciliation process in one. The other great thing I love about Xero, which makes it really easy to work with my clients, is the collaborative nature of it. We can jump in here and if we're not sure where to code something, we can go the clients might have asked, for example, where do I code this? And I can just go, please code to sales directly, for example. Just pop my initials on that, flip it spell. So you can ask questions, and there's a trail there between your accountant and your bookkeeper and yourself as far as what that transaction should be coded to. And that function, I use that for some clients, I don't use it for other clients. That functionality is just available, which is great. Let's jump down here to Cooper Street Bakery, for example. So this is you've just been to the bakery, you've bought yourself something for the office, for example, and we just need to code that up. So we just type Cooper Street Bakery in here and just put that to office expenses. We'll click OK on that. So there's no bill in there for that. It's just a spend money transaction, and you've got your web docket that you've collected from the bakery. Now I'm just going to refresh this page. So next time you come in, it's going to recognise here we've spent money at Cooper Street Bakery again. Last time you coded it to office expenses. Do you want it to go to office expenses again? So all we do is click OK. Obviously, if that's not correct, you can change that coding at that point. That's no problems at all. So it remembers the transactions from before, which once you've been through a month of processing, it just picks up, and the speed is much quicker. The other thing is bank rules. So this 7-Eleven here, there's a rule behind that which says, okay, every time 7-Eleven pops up, code it to a certain spot. So that's what it's done, and it's applying this rule. You can obviously not apply that rule if you don't want to, or if you're not sure what it is, you can view the details of it. But let's go, yes, we want it to 7-Eleven, usual, click OK, and that's reconciled. So that's enough bank reconciliation for one day. I won't bore you too much more on that. But the aim of that is once all those transactions have gone, the bank is reconciled. So we'll just go back to the dashboard. Let's click on money coming in. So this is the most important part of any business. You need to be right on top of money coming in. So here we can see we've got a graph of when it's due and who owes you what, with the people that owe you the most on top here. And we've got, on top here. So you could see that in a pie graph if that's the way you prefer to see things. And you can see, right, okay, these small business services, we've got to chase these up. These are 3,850. They're the biggest at risk at the moment. Let's chase them up. So that information is just there at a glance, so you can see who owes you the most money. So let's go and do a sales invoice. So we just go in here into invoices. Now Xero has the option of doing repeating invoices. So for example, a lot of my work is repeating monthly fees. So I set up on the first of each month a repeating invoice that just comes straight out of Xero. It's generated each month. It's the same amount, and it goes out automatically each month. So that's a great feature for things like subscriptions, that type of thing. Okay, so let's say we're going to raise an invoice to me today. Today's date, I need to say say that it's due in 14 days' time. No, we can set defaults on those due dates per customer as well. Let's we'll just pull up some items here. Looks like we're selling golf balls today. Oh, and a bit of project management as well. It's just a sample to show you how we can preset these defaults of the things that you sell all the time. And we've also got this is set up as regions. It could be divisions. It could be separate businesses that you have, separate things that we want to track. It could be salesmen. So we'll just choose some regions there for now. And I can show you on the reporting later what the purpose of that is. We can also move the lines around if we go, oh, and we actually want that down there. We're going to put the project management at the top, the golf balls at the bottom. So once we're happy with that, we just need to approve it. From here, we can print it. Or we can email that directly to the customer. I'm just going to bring this up so you can see what it looks like. This is a demo company. It is fully customizable. So you put your logo, etc. on here. You can make it read what you want it to read. The other thing I think is great is this online invoicing. So if you email this to your customers, they can click Pay Online Now, and that'll take you through to a merchant service that you may have, PayPal, or if you've set up with eWay or something like that, it will take you through to that. So I'll close that one down now. Now, one feature I do love, I'm going to email this just to myself. So that's gone out to me. Now, I'm just going to jump into sales here. Let's just go into the awaiting payments. Okay, and I just refreshed that screen there. See this pale green tick? This means it's been sent. So you can see when it was sent, who it was sent to, and when. So it's been emailed at this time to this email address. So there's no more, I never got your email. Well, they may not have, but at least you know you sent it. Now I'm just going to jump into my email and get that. So here it is. This has popped into my inbox. The invoice is attached, and it's got this link that you can view it online. So I'm going to click on that, pretending that now I am the customer. And it's opened up the invoice, which your customer can open up online. If I now go back to where this wee green tick was, see how it changes to bright green? That means that it has been opened online. So that is the proof that that email that you sent out, your customer has actually opened that invoice. So you know that if they say they never got it, then they've got a wee issue there. Okay, so I love that feature. Let's jump now into purchases. I'll go back to the dashboard so I don't lose the way around. There's a few ways to move around, but let's go to the dashboard and jump into purchases. Now, I'm not going to dwell too much on this, but I just want to show you that there's an option of attaching files to everything. So I'm just going to do a new bill. let's, right, I've got a bill here from Grassroots IT. We'll just make a date up. And we'll just put some consulting. Oh, yeah, I'm not very good at spelling when people are watching me, obviously. And put that to consulting. That's fine. Okay, so I've got this PDF of the invoice, and I'm just going to drag that across to here, and it's attached it to the transaction. So here, at any stage, I'll approve that, so it's locked in there in the system. So here is the files. We can look on that and go, oh, we've got a bill attached to it. So how many times does your accountant say to you, can you send me the invoice this relates to, they want to check something on it? It's all there attached within the transaction. So at that point now, that invoice can be thrown out because that is ATO compliant, that is there, and it's there forevermore to be pulled down should the ATO require it. You can attach as many as you need. I've got another one here I'll attach. It's a fuel receipt. What I do is just photograph them with my phone and send them through, and then I can attach them to the transactions in Xero, and I throw them out at that point. Okay, so I know we're with 6 minutes to go. I don't want to go over time, so I will try and stick to the time. If you've got any questions, just type them in the chat panel. I will show you a couple of other things here, but I will make a priority of answering those questions now if they come through, so we can still finish by 12:30. Now, I'll just show you some reporting. So profit and loss, it's got full profit and loss reporting information. Now, if we want to bring up the divisions, as I was showing before, or the regions as it is in here, see how we're reporting here north, south, unassigned is because we can put regions in for those, but we can get that out per department or region or warehouse or sales staff or whatever it is, and that's a discussion we have when we do setups, is what you're wanting to get out of the file, and that depends a lot on how we do the setup. So we listen to what you need as far as the reporting, and that's the what dictates the way we set up the customized fields as far as the tracking, etc. goes. Now I'll show you some reporting that's possible. So this is a management report, and we can get a monthly management report that just shows you at a glance your cash, your profitability. One I love is your debtor days, so you know if people are paying you or faster or slower, or who you need to chase, and it just highlights those important issues for the business. Graphs of your receivables, and we can make notes as far as we go, okay, should we start chasing this one up, etc. So it's just really easy to read formats. Okay, I've got a question here. There's an add-on called Receipt Bank that I use, and that fuel receipt came through from Receipt Bank. But if you don't want to use that option, you can email them through to, there's a files section here within Xero. So you can photograph your receipts and add them in to this file section. There's an email address here, which I know is very long and complicated, but and the reason for that is to avoid spam. You copy that, and once that's in your phone or whatever, you'll be able to send to it multiple times, and the files pop up to here where you can then attach it to the transaction. I use an add-on called Receipt Bank as well, because that starts to character recognize some of the numbers, ABNs, due dates, GST, etc. within the transactions. But this Xero email here, if you're using that, works nicely as well if you're doing your own coding. So I hope that answers that one. Now I've got James. You can't see my screen, is that right? Can anyone else? Other people can see my screen? Okay, great. I'm not sure. Great, good, James, you're on track. Excellent, cool. Any more questions to come through? Shoot them through. Okay, so once you're done for the day, all you need to do is just log out of your account, and you're done. No backups or anything required. Now, Xero is the accounting system, so it works with what they call add-ons. There's an add-on ecosystem, and if you need things like stock control, Unleashed is the option for there. If you need something like point of sale, Vend is the option with that. Receipt bank is something for collecting those little bits of receipts, etc. And there's reporting add-ons, customer relationship management, a whole host that actually talk to Xero. So when they say, oh yes, but Xero doesn't do stock very well, no, but there are 4 or 5 add-ons that connect with that, and you choose the one that is most appropriate for your business. So yeah, Xero now have what's called this marketplace, add-on marketplace, where you can browse what's available and go to the providers and get the information as far as whether that is going to be suitable for your business or otherwise. Time's up, so I will finish off. Thank you for your time today. I really do appreciate you giving up half an hour of your day to learn about Xero, and I do hope that you found it useful. If there's anything that I can help you with, please do email me, life@notchabove.com.au, or give me a buzz on that number. As an offer for you for attending today, if you're thinking of making the switch to Xero, and you want to do that before the end of October, I'll give you 1 free month subscription to the software. So shoot me an email about that or give me a call, and I can talk you through that process and how we get you up and running and get you back those Saturday mornings to hang out with your children instead of tied to the desk. Thanks so much, guys. Appreciate your time, and have a fantastic afternoon.